On a rainy night, an angry psychopath named Tom Cooper is parked outside his ex-wife's house. He takes off his wedding band and lights a match while staring mindlessly at it, along with a bottle of painkillers. Tom comes into the house with a hammer and a tank of gasoline, killing her and her boyfriend before setting fire to the house. It exploded as he drove away, without expression. The next morning, Rachel Flynn, a freshly divorced single mom, takes her kid Kyle to school around rush hour. As she is running late for employment, one of her customers fires her via the phone. She then honks at Tom's pickup truck. Let me digress. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this is a recap story. However, please, no matter how rage you are, learn how to de-escalate situations and avoid road rage, especially when you have kids in the car. Who knows, you might be honking at someone who has nothing to lose. Back to the story. Tom's truck was blocking traffic on a green signal. Rachel just drove around. He quickly catches up to Rachel and tries to apologize, then requests an apology in return, claiming he wants to hit reset and that people should apologize for anything they do wrong. Rachel intensifies the conversation by telling him she has nothing to apologize for. In exchange, Tom vows to teach her what it means to have a bad day. Tom pulls in front of Rachel at the end of the road and comes to a stop. Rachel was terrified, not knowing what to do. He then drove away. Uneasy, she phones her friend Andy, who is her divorce lawyer, and arranges to meet him in a diner. Tom locates Rachel at a petrol station when she is inside purchasing for her gas. She notices him outside and seeks assistance from a customer who walks her back to her car. The customer obtains Tom's license plate number, but for Tom, he rams him and lays him up for another for a different vehicle to murder him. A more vigorous chase occurs, during which Tom reveals that he possesses Rachel's phone. He uses her daily planner to find Andy in the diner. Before she can alert Andy, Tom assaults and stabs him, killing him in front of everyone as a customer films the incident. Tom informs Rachel over the phone that she must select another of her acquaintances to die next. When he considers her ex-husband, mother, or kid, she chooses the customer who fired her. She contacts the police, who arrive at the client's house while Rachel rushes to her son's school. However, Tom has already arrived at Rachel's house, where her brother Fred and his fiancée Mary live. Tom confronts him, keeping Mary hostage before repeatedly forcing her onto Fred's knife, resulting in her death. He then binds Fred onto a chair and informs Rachel via the phone that she has a few minutes to go into school, get Kyle, and drive away, or he will murder Fred. Why? Because he wants him to read a letter regarding Rachel's lies. Rachel is desperate for the principal to release Kyle. She takes him and drives away. When police officers arrive at Rachel's house, Tom lights Fred on fire. The cop shoots Tom in the shoulder and attempts to extinguish the fire, but Tom flees. A moment later, Tom catches up with Rachel and Kyle on the highway. They utilize a GPS app on her tablet to determine that Tom is driving a minivan and is exactly in front of them. When they try to inform a neighboring police officer, Tom rams his car, resulting in a massive multi-vehicle accident. Tom chases Rachel to her mother's house, whereupon Kyle sets off a silent alarm and hides. Rachel strikes the van Tom is driving, overturning it. Tom rushes out, assaults Rachel, and enters the house in pursuit of Kyle, intending to kill him next. As Tom prepares to leave, Kyle unwittingly alerts him to his hidden location upstairs. Rachel approaches and enters the house to protect Kyle, but Tom discovers her and they begin to fight. When Tom starts strangling Kyle, Rachel stabs him in the eye with a pair of scissors, killing him. The police come and notify Rachel that Fred survived the attack. Rachel and Kyle depart to visit Fred in the hospital. As they drove away, a car cuts them off and Rachel prevents herself from honking at the enraged driver. Kyle notices this, then remarks, "Good choice." Then they drove away as the sun sets.